Children, in the last class, we have learned about the sense organs, which are very, very important. As I said, I told you what are the sense organs, and we also learned about the eyes and what are the precautions to be taken to protect our eyes. Isn't it? I told you. Also I said that Sarvendriyanam Nainam Pradhanam. It's not like that. Every Indrayanam, what will say? Every Indriyanam means every organ is important to the body. So not only the eyes, but we are saying the eyes as a, we are treating as eyes as the special. Okay, and the precautions, I think you are following it, isn't it, children? I know you will follow surely. So please measure the scale. Take a scale and measure the sight between the book and your eyesight. Then only you can read and write. Now you are always having the online classes, no? See, that's what I was saying you. See, the online classes, okay, better you are having the recorded classes only. So whenever you want, you can watch. Okay, whenever you want, you can hear. So when you're watching or hearing, two main organs are taking so much importance here. Okay, your eyesight and your ears. Okay, in this topic, we have learnt about last topic about the eyes, isn't it? And also, I said the doctor who treats the disorders and the diseases of the eye is known as ophthalmologist. What he is known as? Ophthalmologist. That means he is an eye specialist. Okay. And I also said what are the food items to be taken when we are when you want to protect your eyes. So what are the food items? Please look at on the screen, children. Carrot, papaya, spinach, okay, curry leaves. These all are very, very important for our eyesight. Okay, so now we have learned, isn't it, children? We have learned about the here we have learned about. I'll show you just a minute, my dears. Oh my God. Just I want to show it clearly. So what I was here you can see about next topic is ears. Can you see the ear on the screen, children? Yes. Everyone is having the ear, isn't it? How many we have? Two. What is the work of the ear? To hear, isn't it? What is the shape of this ears? Okay, just you try to draw the shape of the seeing your friends or mama. Your friends are not there, but because they're not in the school, isn't it? You see your fathers, your mothers, your brothers or sisters, and draw the shape of the ear. Okay, so why the shape of the ear is in that way? There is also so many things, children. Okay, now here when we are starting talking about the ears, let us learn uh, what we are with the help of ears. What we are doing? We are listening, isn't it? Okay, so here, children, ears are the very, very delicate. As I said, the eyes are also delicate. Here, the sense organs are only, all the sense organs are delicate only. Now, when you're talking about the ears, all of us know that we hear different sounds with the help of ears. See the sound. Now, to know the sound, I said, no, all of you close your ears. Okay, you talk yourself, children. You talk yourself, you can listen the resound, isn't it? Observe the shape of the ear. And if you want anybody is whispering in your ears, see somebody, your friend is coming and telling some secret in your ears. Okay, so what you will do, you'll keep your hand near to the ear and they will say, so that other person cannot hear that. Only you can hear. And you can hear the sound too clear also. Okay. And so whispering, you do whispering to your anybody. So what is the sound you observe, you feel it. Okay. Now here there are many sounds which we can observe and recognize so that you'll be learning what is the use of the ears. Okay. Now here all are the activities, children. So per activities you have, let us learn this. Okay. Get blindfolded. Okay. Get activity 1. Get blindfolded. Ask your friend to make some sounds with different things. Okay, identify those different sounds and also the direction of the sound from where it is produced. Very superb activity, children. Now your friend is not there. Okay, better you ask your brother or sister. If your brother and sister is not there, you ask your mother to get blindfolded. Just tie a kerchief. Okay, kerchief to your eye and ask your mother to make a sound with a glass. Okay, ask your mother to make a sounds with the different objects like bottle, like glass, like pencil, like a wooden scale, something or the other thing, the glass, the ivory metal, whatever. Okay, bowl or anything. Ask her to make the sounds with the different things and also identify the difference between the sounds and the sound from which direction it is coming. Ask your mother to drop around you. Okay, from which direction it is coming, you can identify. Okay, children. Now, activity 2. Here, the activity 2 is close one of your ears and make some sound with your mouth and observe how it is heard. See, close one of your ears and make sound with your mouth. Okay, and observe how it is heard. Come on, do start. Come on, do, my dears. Close one of your ear and make some sound with what you do yourself. Make some sound. You scream or you shout. Now, what the difference you will hear? And now close both the ears. Now close the both ears and make a same sound. You scream. You shout. Listen to the same sound without closing your ears. The same sound again you remove to your hand. And here, what is the difference you will find? Did you find any difference? Yes, surely you will find the difference. Isn't it, children? Surely you will find the difference. Now, activity 3. What is it, children? Activity 3. Ask one of your friends to make a sound by scratching the pencil at one corner of the bench and listen to the sound from the other corner. Let the sound be made again. Now, listen to the same sound standing at the edge of the bench. What difference did you notice? When was a thread sound heard better? Yes, children, what he is asking means ask one of your friends to make a sound. Your friend, that's what I'm telling, that your friends are not there. Okay, ask your friend, mummy or any other to just take a pencil. Your table you have no, your house is not having a bench. Okay, take a table. Ask your mother to stand or brother or sister to stand at the other end and ask your mother scratch the pencil and you listen from the other corner of the bench. And at the same time, after some time, the same sound ask them to make and you listen to the edge of the bench. Is there any variation? Surely you will have the variation. Okay, surely what the difference you notice? What a difference! That means how the air blows, the, in that way the sound comes. Isn't it? When was a thread sound heard better? When it is heard, when your ear was straight, you could. When it is edge, can you hear? No. So what is the difference? Isn't it? So these all you have to learn and prepare a phone using the empty matchboxes and thread and try to talk to your friends with it. So this is also mostly a children making children. Just you can watch, take into empty matchbox, not only the matchbox, any other box also you can take. Okay, you can say them as a walkie-talkie and tie a thread. Okay, and talk to your friends. Surely you can hear the sound. Why you can hear? Because a thread, a line is carrying the sound wave to the another ear. Okay, so that is because of that you can hear the sound. Now coming to the activity one more. Do this. What is the range of audibility? Range of audibility. What is the meaning of range of audibility? See, some people can't hear. Why they can't hear? We call them the people, those who can't hear, they are called deaf. What we call them as children, deaf, DEAF, deaf. Chavati Valu, in Telugu we'll say, no? In Hindi we will say Behera, Behera. Okay, so the person who can't listen, he is called deaf. And a person who cannot speak is called a dumb. D-U-M-B, dumb. Okay, so deaf and dumb people will call them. Why we'll call them deaf and dumb people? Because their range of audibility is not proper. See, why it is not proper? By the birth, maybe because of the sensitiveness of the ears or something, maybe the cause, one or the other reason. Now, see, suppose in your house, ask your parents, five of your any people, okay, make some sounds with pencil from the distance of 25 centimeters. Ask your friend to listen. Increase the distance step by step. Make a note in the given table. The distance at which the sound is audible is the audible range of the person. In this way, note the audible range of the student of your class. See, suppose make a sound from with a pencil from a distance of 25 centimeters. Okay, ask a friend to listen. Now, the same place, increase the distance step by step. Ask a friend to stand there only. Just let him make the sound and you move backward. Then can you hear the sound? After going some far, you can't hear that much perfectly. So the range of audibility you can select from this. So whether you are able to hear properly or not. Okay, this can be done as a range of audibility. Okay, in your home only four or five two members are there. No? Okay, all you can do this, isn't it? Now, who are able to hear the sound from the long distance? See, suppose in your house four members are there. Who are able to hear from the long distance? You can write down. Who are able to hear the sound only from a very short distance? That also I can write. What is the distance and which most of the peoples are able to hear? Yes. Compare the ranges of students, all of your classmates. So your classmates are not there, so you can do with your parents and the family members. Now, let me read this para, children. Please look at the cursor where I'm pointing out. If a person cannot hear by birth, he cannot speak. Very interesting, isn't it not, children? Yes. If a person cannot hear by birth, he cannot speak also. Yes, no. When he is able to hear, then only he will learn the language. No. When he is not able to hear, how he can speak? See, suppose you keep a very full ear full of cotton children and ask other person to speak. Are you able to understand anything? So how the child learns the language? Okay, when the child come out, when the baby is born, okay, he will be hearing the sounds only, isn't it? He will be hearing the sounds only while sleeping. With the sounds only, he can identify the places. He can identify the voices. Okay, the small baby eyesight is very low, but the audibility will be very sharp. But if by birth the child is deaf, how can he learn the language then? So it is not possible. The deaf person cannot speak. Is it possible, children? No, because he don't know the language. So that he become the deaf and dumb. Isn't it? If a person cannot hear by birth, he cannot speak, as they cannot hear the other person. They do not know what and how to speak, hence, they cannot speak. Sign languages is used for such people, i.e., for conveying information from the symbols and the gestures. Have you ever watched the news of the hearing impaired on Doordarshan? If not, watch and talk about it. Yes, children. So, the person deaf and dumb people cannot speak, but they can understand the language. How? How? Because they know they have the gesture language. What is that is called a gesture language with the symbols. They'll show in the Doordarshan till today also it will be coming, children. For the deaf and the dumb people, they have a sign language. Okay, so with the sign language, gestures and the symbols, they can understand the what is a talk. Okay, how once you can see, so you'll be understanding. Now next para, some sounds are pleasant to hear while other sounds are harsh. Pleasant music and melodious songs make us feel happy. Listen to the soft melodious songs for a span of 15 minutes. How do you feel? Sounds that exceeds audible range cause sound pollution. Yes, children. See, the God has given the ears to speak a good words, okay, not the harsh words. See, example, children, if some person is praising you, some person is speaking to you very soft. How do you feel? Appa, how nicely that girl is speaking, how nicely that boy is speaking. Appa, he's friend of mine. See how it is touching. You are hearing with the ear soft words. So it is touching to your heart. Suppose a friend, your friend or other, that's using the harsh words and insulting you. What you are immediately they are shouting at you. How do you feel? Hey, don't shout at me. You'll get angry, isn't it? Angry. So there is a variation between the sounds, children, which is taken to your heart. Suppose if you are listening a smooth melodious song, how you will feel? Abba, super song, Abba teacher, what a song you will say. You can listen to continuously and you can enjoy the song, melodious song. Suppose if you have a teen mart song or DJ song, immediately what do you will feel? Abba teacher, I want to dance, and immediately as you listen the DJ song or any song, immediately you'll get up and you'll dance, isn't it? So the variations are, suppose the same song, if the sound is very into the peak, so how you'll feel? Can you enjoy the song? No, because the sound audibility is very, very important. See, if you okay, whatever the DJ song or whatever Teen Mar song, whatever it is song, if you keep in a full high sound, then it is a sound pollution. It may damage your ears. It may damage your ears. Okay, children. So don't keep high range of sounds, that is disturbance to others also. See, during the Vinayaka Chauthi or Dashra time, the people they will put a tents, they will okay offering prayers to the god, offering sweets, that are very very good. But what some people will do, no, they will put a very full noise recordings. Okay, that will be a disturbance to others also. Okay, it should be a sound should be a not disturbance to others because it causes sound pollution. What it causes, children? Sound pollution. And listening very high loud music is also not good for our ears. It damages the epidermis. Inside you will have a organ, very delicate nerves will be connected to the brain. If it is damaged, you can't hear properly. Okay. Now see, coming to the next page, my dears. Now you see here, what are the other causes of sound pollution? Make a list. Yes, what are the other causes of sound pollution? See, if you go to the cinema theater, full so loud music sometimes. Okay, that may be very very. Okay, sometimes it may be not irritatable, but before it was very irritatable. And during the marriages and some processions, what they will do, they'll keep the high volume of music. Okay, and they will take the processions. That is also not good. It should be not harmful to the others. Okay, now here, coming to this para, we are able to hear the pleasant sounds that make us feel happy with the help of our ears. Ears are very delicate organs, so we must take special care to protect them. Yes, children, I said no, ears are the very delicate organs, so we must take special care to protect them. During festivals and functions, arranging loudspeakers with high volumes causes sound pollution to others. Blowing vehicle horns repeatedly causes inconvenience to others too. Talking to others over cell phones for a long time has to be avoided. Yes, using cell phones extensively is dangerous. Speaking on cell phones continuously damage the sensitive organs of the head. We should not speak loudly. Okay, children. So I said no, during the processions or festivals, whatever the functions, whatever the loudspeaker should not be arranged. It should be in a low volume, not in a high volume, because it causes the sound pollution. And you know, on the sea in the cities, every time blowing horns. Oh, it is very irritable, isn't it? So repeatedly, it causes inconvenience to others also. See, some people they'll be blowing on horn. So how irritated we will be. So that it should not be done. And talking to others over cell phones, yes. Nowadays, so much people are talking, isn't it, children? You're going on talking in the cell phones, your parents or anyone, but talking too much on the cell phone also causes the radiation. See, radiation will causes the small nerves in the ears, no, it will damage. The cell phone radiation damages the small nerves in your ears, so you should not speak over to the cell phones for a long time. And using cell phones, first of all, is extensively dangerous. But what to do, children? Now, Corona, no. What we are doing? So that's why for primary children, your small children, so that only we are not conducting the online classes. We are only giving the recorded classes. Why? Because you can hear and you can maintain the distance. Whenever you want, you can hear the class and you can learn the subject, isn't it? So why only to taking care of you people? So we are taking the online classes through recording, isn't it, children? So, speaking on cell phone continuously damages sensitive organs of the head. Yes, it is very delicate. We should not speak loudly also, children. We should not speak loudly also. Now, as we learned precautions of the eye, no, now we are going to learn the precautions to be taken to protect our ears also. Close your ears when you hear loud and harsh sounds. When you hear the harsh sounds, children, immediately you close the ears. Take proper care to prevent water from entering the ears. Clean your ears with a clean and cotton cloth. See, after taking bath, children, you'll wash your ears also. But be careful that the water should not enter your ears. Because if it is okay, suppose little water enters also, you should not put a pin. You should clean it with the cotton cloth. Okay, cotton cloth. Do not use hairpins or matchsticks to clean the ears. See, sometimes you'll get that wax. No, in your ears will be the wax. They will call some Jibili or in Telugu or something. Okay, the dust. Nothing. Wax is nothing but the dust. Okay, that will be formed sometimes in your ears. Okay, what you have to do? Don't put a hairpin. Don't pin any safety pin or a matchstick. What you have to do? You have to clean it with a medical thing, or else you clean it with a cotton cloth. But don't use the hairpins. If there is a pain in your ears or any other problem, you must consult a doctor immediately. If you have a pain, children, so immediately you have to consult a doctor. And do not put castor oil or any other oils in your ears. Some people, in our grandmothers, so what they will do, suppose they will have a ear pain, immediately they will put the castor oil or else coconut oil or some other oil into your ears. Okay, they think that it will clean your ears, but no, children, please avoid that. If you have any problem, any pain in your ear, immediately you have to go to the doctor. Which doctor you will go? Will you go to the ophthalmologist? No, ophthalmologist, a eye doctor. So which doctor you will go? You have to go to the C. Here it is given now. The doctor who treats the problems of ears, nose, and throat is called the ENT doctor. ENT doctor or ENT specialist. So E for ears, N for nose, and T for throat. ENT. Okay, children? ENT doctors. Now, which animal sounds can we understand? Which animals can understand the sounds made by us? So, immediately from small onwards, we are learning, no children. Snake hiss, donkey brace, isn't it? Okay, cow moose, okay, cat mews, dog barks. These all sounds we can understand. Like that, animals also will understand our sounds. Surely, why will they not understand? Okay, they can understand by the legs, by the walking steps, isn't it? By the smell. Which animals can hear the sound that are not audible to us? Yes, see, children, some animals have the special features of hearing. Okay, so if you go to the higher classes, you can learn. Suppose some you can see the earthquakes or some natural calamities going on. First, the animals only can be identified before the natural calamities or something is going to happen, bad thing or so. The first, the animals, few of the animals can sense it, with the help of their ears. Now let us study about the very interesting issue here. Do you know a bat? Bat. Bat means what? Gabilam. Children, gabilam. A bat is a nocturnal mammal. Nocturnal means very active during the night time. Some animals, it is a daily lazy ma. Whole day it will not open its eyes. Night time it can. How in the night? No, it will be very dark. But how the bat identify its food? Okay, it has to live. No, it has to live means it has to eat the food. No, it should hunt. No, so from where it will get, because it will be dark. No, yes, with the help of the ears, the bat's ears will be very active. Not only the bat, some nocturnal animals. Their hearing audibility will be, range of audibility will be very more. It detects the obstacles on its way by its own sounds. Okay, it identifies the obstacles on its way. When sound waves produced by it reflect back and reach it. So just senses the sound and it will go to the prey. Prey means food. It changes its path based on the echo. Okay, it can changes the path. Suppose some danger is going to happen, it will sense it and it will move from other direction. Okay, from the objects and stubbles around it. This is very, very important. How interesting, isn't it, children? Find out the nocturnal animals, children. Yes. Now I hope you understood this all, isn't it, children? We have learned about the ears. We have learned about the nose. Okay, children, this is bit lengthy lesson, but no problem. We can learn because as it is a very, very important, it is related to our body. So, yeah, till now we have learned about the eyes and the nose. What are the precautions and the protection measures we have to take? Then, next class, I'll go to the topic of the nose and also I'll go to the topic of tongue also and skin. More three sense organs are there. I will teach you in the next class, children. Okay, children, take care. Don't forget to read the lesson. Read the lesson. Okay, children, bye. Take care.